Tunchi, and this is Ybe Tv. Today I'm doing another review on a trucking company, and this review is Schneider. Schneider, the big old orange trailers and orange trucks too. You already know. And then let me pay some bills first. Hit me up at www.ybetv.org. Slide down to the Ask Tune portion. Type in your question through that, and I will definitely get to your question as soon as possible. You already know. So, let's talk about Schneider. Schneider, the orange, the pumpkin trucks. They call it the pumpkin patch, the pumpkin trucks. Okay, I'm kind of 50-50 on Schneider. On one side of Schneider, I think that they are a terrible company. I gotta be honest, sorry. I think they terrible to the company drivers. The company drive, but they honestly they pretty honest about that. They say, look, Schneider gets bought a lot. I think they get bought a lot from different owners. I think they get bought a lot. That's what they said in the orientation, and they was like, it's kind of like we sway. First, we really good to our company drivers, and then like we get a guy that comes in and he takes over. Then he looking at the numbers, and we end up being really good to our owner operators. And then he say, right now, the crazy thing is we're really good to our owner operators. He did not lie. Total honesty. Cannot lie. As a company driver, one of my homeboys' name started with a T. He was over there. He told me his paycheck every week, and I was disgusted. Like, he worked his behind off. And he wasn't making no money. It was terrible. And he was like, man, I hate this company. This company is stupid. This, and this. And I'm with the same company, and I'm like, man, I love this company. I think this company is the bee's knees. I think this is the most awesome company in the world. In the world, Craig, the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Is you serious? Like, this company dope. So, and everybody else that I knew that was owner operators, you know, they really loved it. They like, man, I loved it. They got this. Okay. Number one, I think it was always pretty dope that they got the electronic logs, and when you put in your calls, they pay you off of your electronic log. So when you put that you completed a stop in your electronic log and you send your macro out, it automatically generates that pay for you. So that goes on that paycheck. So I think that was always pretty dope, that when you finish a stop and you finally send it in, you hit that deadline, and you know you're not going to be able to get to no truck stop at that moment, you're going to get paid for it because it's completed in the system. I always thought that was dope. So that was one. Next. Sorry. Next is that the pay. They give you like 65% of the load. Now, a lot of people like 65% of the load. You really think that's high? Yes, in the Schneider realm. Let me explain to you why. Because Schneider is like over 75% drop and hook. Now, Schneider versus Mercer. Let me show you. Now, Mercer is one of my favorite companies. I love Mercer. If you ask me if I could have a baby mama that was a trucking company, it would be between SLT, Mercer, and Mercer. Like, I wouldn't even put Schneider in there because, you know, they got company drivers. Now, SLT and Mercer treat their company drivers great, and they owner operators great. Mercer is an all owner operator company, and they treat their owner operators great. Now, I swear to you, like Schneider, the reason why them and Mercer, as far as owner operators, I think they are pretty much on the same level. Schneider pays 65% of the load. Mercer pays 75%. Now, how is that fair? How is that to a point where you can make the same amount of money? Because the jam up. Mercer gives you 75% of that load, but you end up jammed up. Because you don't do any dropping hooks with Mercer. Ain't no dropping hooks, because when you sign on with Mercer, you put down on that trailer to buy. Now, when you with Schneider, Schneider is so many dropping hooks. So, let's say I book a load at Schneider, and it's for 300 miles, and I book a load with Mercer, it's for 300 miles, and you got to be there before 5 with Mercer, and you need to be there before 5 with Schneider, but it's a dropping hook. Okay, you make it that late with Mercer. You ain't got no appointment till the next morning. Schneider, You might be late. They gonna call you and be like, why was you late? Like, man, there was traffic, and also I called in. I called in about traffic, and there was ice on the road. They gonna be like, oh, okay, we understand. Go ahead, drop it. We'll let the customer know. You go up there, you drop it. Now you on your way to get your next load. You done hooked to it. You done took that 150 miles, made money off that. Park, wake up in the morning, start that. You still at the dock with Mercer. You see what I'm saying? Now you get unloaded at 9 o'clock, it's 9:30. By that time, 9 o'clock, 9:30, your 10 hours then reset at 7. You've been on the road for another 2 hours and 30 minutes. Drop that load, and now you can book something else and on your way somewhere else, and you just getting unloaded with Mercer. That's why Schneider is level with Mercer. Because that I swear to God, like, look, I'm going to tell you like this with Schneider. You can book loads, and these loads have the most ridiculously large windows. Okay, let's say you got a load, and it's 400 miles total. It's 20 miles to from where you at to pick it up, and it's 300 miles. It's 300 miles, right? Good. What, 6.5 hours, right? They will have the load. You can pick it up Monday, which is Monday, from 7 a.m. all the way into Wednesday at 7 a.m. You can drop it from Monday, 7 a.m. all the way to Wednesday, 7 p.m. That huge window, which means so you go pick it up on Monday, shoot it down there, drop it, get another load just like that. Go pick it up, drop it, hook it. Go shoot it over to where you need to get to, drop it. Go pick up something else, start on it, run out of hours, park at the truck stop, wake up in the morning after your 10 over, get back on the road, run out and in, drop it. You can make a killing. I swear to God, like, I'm not making this up. Like, I was doing it. You can make a killing at Schneider. Sometimes you get jammed up at Mercer, but that don't make Schneider the better company than Mercer. That's why I say equal. And like, Schneider, as the owner-operator, it's called the Choice Program. If you don't believe me, call up Schneider and ask them about the Choice Program. And watch, they're going to tell you the same thing that I tell you. Next up, I'm going to tell you about Mercer and SLT. I think they pretty dope companies too. So I hope that's helpful. Stay away from the company side of Schneider, and damn sure you can check into the owner-operator side of Schneider. Last thing is, from what I understand, they leasing programs suck. They kind of high. They kind of real expensive. So if you can possibly get your own truck from like Arrows or Long Mountain Trucking, do that, and you will definitely make a killing in Schneider. I hope that's helpful. And they kind of open to husband and wife. It's not good for teams. From when I was there, it wasn't good for teams. But if you're a husband and wife team and pick up a little bit more slack, you'll definitely make a killing over there. It's enough work to keep a husband and wife team busy. But two of the fellas that's out there, separate bank accounts, I don't think it'll be a good company for the Choice Program. But I don't know. It might have changed now. So hope that was helpful. You already know, if you don't want to end up in a box, think outside of it. Ybe.
Drug dealing and killing is going on in my town. It don't take a killer to kill or a driller to drill. See, just being yourself is the definition of real.